Are you the best hugger on the team?
I would like, that's a self-proclaimed award, but I would like to.
Do you agree?
Well, player, you think who would you take in a hug? You or Jack?
Jack can throw a hug on you now.
What's up, everybody? We're back here. Double coverage with the McCourty twins. We have one of our, I guess, welcome Dev too to the show.
Hi, the star.
We have one of our favorite teammates here, Dave Andrews, the center for your New England Patriots, a former Georgia Bulldog. So we want to welcome him. We got this big, handsome guy. Welcome him to the show. Double coverage with
The McCourty twins.
But before we get into you, welcome everybody. As you know, you can find us on iTunes. All you have to do,
Mama, we made it.
He does that every show. You'll get used to it. You should be watching us, so you should know that he does that every show. But you can find us on iTunes or YouTube. Just go on, search Double Coverage with the McCourty twins. You'll find us. YouTube, you get to see our beautiful faces. On iTunes, you get to hear our beautiful voices. As always, you can keep in touch with us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at McCourty Twins. And a quick shout out to our partners, Boston Medical Center, Next Step, and the Embrace Kids Foundation. We've all partnered together to tackle sickle cell, and we're doing a great job. Go to tacklesicklecell.org for any information you want to know about.
Yeah, let's jump right in. I mean, let's recap last night, man. We had the Tackle Sickle Cell Casino night over at Royale in Boston. Of course, let's give David a big shout out because he pulled up last night, showed out, put one of the big wigs at the tables. Everyone wanted to gamble with him, and then he's here today.
Awesome footwear he had on.
Yeah, those are my fancy boots.
Fancy boots.
What can you let the people know? What's your fancy boots?
So those are by far my favorite pair I own, but they're rattlesnake, and then on the top of the boots, an embroidered American flag.
Oh, tell the people where you're from, because you start talking about rattlesnakes on boots and stuff. They might get a little scared.
Georgia, born and raised.
Born and raised.
Gwinnett County?
Fulton County.
Okay. If you don't know, you get around David and like you get talking, and it was a group setting, it was a couple study. And they just started talking about stuff. He was like, they asked him questions like, Georgia, that's where I like to be. Where you from? I'm from Georgia. You know where you want to be after you play Georgia? I mean, I'm just telling you guys, like, Georgia is awesome. And I'm sitting there like, dude, this dude really loves Georgia. And he keeps telling me I need to come because, as he says, Georgia has everything you could ever want in any place. What is it? Beach?
You got a beach. You got woods, mountains, lake, big city. What else you want?
Dang. I told him he should quit football and be the tourist guy in Atlanta, in Georgia.
That's probably post-football.
Well, hopefully you make a lot of money playing football first.
Anyway, we had a great turnout at the casino night, 4th annual casino night in Boston. First time that I got to show up for the casino night. So
let's keep it real. Buddy was overwhelmed. Like, as everybody kept coming up to me, he was looking at me like...
It started fast.
He was wide-eyed.
We got there early, and it was laid back, taking pictures. And then we came upstairs, and it was just like, boom, 500 people on you. But I had a great time.
Yeah, we had about 500 people there.
Great turnout. We raised a lot of money on the live auction.
If you happen to be there and you saw us, we got into a little disagreement towards the end. We're doing all right.
If you can hear our surroundings, we're still in Dev's basement, and his daughter's upstairs crying. So,
and with the sirens are going off, we got tornado watch going on in Foxborough, so... Be safe out there. Well, I guess when you watch this, it's Tuesday. You'll probably watch it on like Friday. So.
That was your first time at casino night, or
second time?
Yeah,
have a good time.
Yeah, it's
he came back because of the first time.
We got Big Dave up on stage. He showed off, and for you guys that didn't see it, if you go on Instagram, you can go on our page, Dave's page. You get to see Dev and Dave Andrews, their pregame ritual where they meet around the 50-yard line and they do a little dance. I don't know if they've named it. But it's
just our little pregame shimmy.
Pregame shimmy. I'll call it a sight to see. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. Dave got on stage last night and busted out a few of his moves, and
it changes usually every week. We try not to repeat our dance moves.
Ooh, that's impressive. How long has this been going on?
Year 2?
Yeah, year 2.
I'm running out fast.
And he started with the hard dabs. He was in there like, you could always bring up old dance moves.
I know, but I just like to, keep it fresh out there. Keep you on your toes.
I appreciate that. It's tough. It's tough keeping up with your big guy.
Finally got a road win. Went down to Chicago, won our first game on the road. Being at the casino night last night, fans didn't like the fact that it came down to a Hail Mary and
good tackle.
Them getting all the way down.
Good tackle. Did you do what you were supposed to do? Did you jump? He wasn't supposed to.
Well, we had a Victory Monday, so in regards to did I do what I was supposed to do, we'll find out tomorrow when we go into the facility. So
one good thing about a Victory Monday is usually if you had a bad play on Sunday, we don't have time to watch it on Wednesday.
The thing is you zoom by it and you only watch the bad plays.
But I'm just saying you don't have time for Bill to show it in a squad meeting and kill you because it's usually a quick recap so we can move on to Buffalo.
Now, is there something different about the road home? People always make a big deal of it. Do you guys think like, oh my goodness, we were 0-2 on the road. We won every game at home. Do you think it has to do with where we're playing at?
I don't. I just think we were not a good football team, early on, and we just progressed. But I mean, I think historically, since I've been here, we've been better on the road almost than we've been at home at times.
I think at 16, I think we were undefeated on the road that year, and if you count the Super Bowl, we won every game away from home. So, but I do think it's a mentality of. I think like this, like going into this week of like we need to win on the road, but it not becoming like, oh my God, we're on the road. We get like it is like Dave said, it's the same thing. You go out, it's different grass, sometimes it's different turf, scoreboard's a little, but I mean it's still 100 yards and 53 feet. I mean 53 inches or whatever the exact number is wide. So that was tough for you to keep up with.
No feet,
53
yards.
Is it 53 straight or is it?
It's 53 and some change.
It's like 53.3 or something.
But it's not inches. Just so you just so you know, like we're not moving it in a little.
Man, move on to the next topics, man. Let David get a full range. He might not be much of a basketball player though.
That was 53 and 1/3 yards.
There we go.
160 feet.
There you go.
So I was moving in feet. I just was a little short. Shout out Kev.
You were a little
Kev gets
short.
us right. Man, move on.
53 inches.
What I said
to 53 yards.
That's when I got to take control of this show. Next up, we got NBA fights. You play basketball?
You did graduate
from where?
College.
I like this. Get him.
Did I?
Yeah, right.
You would have higher GPA than you.
You were there for 5 years.
I was there for 4 and a semester.
Okay.
My last semester there, I had an independent study. We met once every 2 weeks. And I finished with
You guys obviously didn't go over numbers.
and I finished with a 3.4 GPA.
That's awesome, man.
And I got drafted in the first round. You got drafted in the 6th round.
We're not talking. What number did you get drafted? Not 53, I hope.
Not 203.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway,
now he want to move on.
Yeah, see. NBA fights. Rondo and Chris Paul get after it a little bit.
You played basketball growing up?
Yeah, I did.
You was what position?
I didn't play long enough where there was actual positions.
Oh, wow.
So he was ahead of his time. We're playing positionless basketball in NBA now. He was doing that when he was young.
I was bad.
I was
bad.
So the answer
were you tackling people and stuff out there?
Oh my dude!
You look like a faller.
Yeah, like I was so clumsy as a kid, like a little roly poly out there.
So the answer to the original question was, did you play basketball growing up? The answer was really no, I didn't.
No, I just was there.
Fights. We had Chris Paul, Rajon Rondo. Who else was it? Brandon Ingram was involved in it.
That was at the Spitgate?
Yeah, Spitgate. It was funny though. Last year, Alonzo Ball said, "Man, ain't nobody fighting in the NBA for real. I ain't worried about that."
And he was standing. What he was doing? He was standing
way
watching
in the back.
that thing.
They was fighting there. They was going.
They was fighting.
Was Chris Paul wrong? You guys obviously play football. If you're on the football field, somebody spits on you on the football field. Do you walk away? Let them get the penalty?
Right now, I think it's best if anybody watches is that we all say we would walk away. Or be premeditated, or you get suspended more games probably.
No,
I don't think anybody's walking away from someone spitting in their face. I don't think so.
That's that's probably some of the most disrespectful thing you can do to somebody.
Exactly. I mean,
Shannon Sharp had an awesome take. He said when he was growing up, his granddaddy told him people spit on the ground. So if somebody spits on you, they're saying you are worse than the ground and the dirt on it. He said they suspended Chris Paul, I think 3 games, maybe
3.
He said
or 2. 1.
I mean, he said he said I'd still be suspended right now because I'd still be whooping on Rajon Rondo. I agree, man. Like you just can't spit on somebody. Like give Rondo credit, he found a way. Like you really had to zoom in,
that was
slow mo, like and everything to see it. But like that's unnecessary. Now I don't understand why Brandon Ingram was so mad throughout the beginning of the fight? Like, why he pushed hard?
But one thing we do know, he has great reach. He punched from behind about 3 people.
He did.
And connected flush.
This fight was nothing compared to the Malice at the Palace, though, back in the day.
I mean, we might as well list all the fights. We had Chris Childs versus Kobe, quick 2-piece.
Yeah.
2-piece with a biscuit on the side.
I remember when Charles Barkley scooped up Shaq.
Yeah, that wasn't really. You threw that in there. That wasn't really a fight, though.
None of them compared to Malice at the Palace.
Favorite NBA fight?
Malice at the Palace. I mean, that was unreal.
There was haymakers.
They were in the stands.
Like, if you go to an NBA game, NFL, hockey, baseball, and you are a fan, would you walk down there and think you about to fight a professional athlete?
How much do you think that fan made, though?
There's enough fans,
I don't know, though. Like, maybe the fans when Ron Artest went in, but like there was a guy, like Jermaine O'Neal was swinging on the court. Like, you can't come on the court.
But do you think there's fine print on a ticket that says if you step foot on the court,
I would bet there's something that says where
out.
you're prohibited.
You may get hit with a right hook if you step.
Well, actually, no, that is true because I remember being in a football game.
And
they tell you not to touch the fans because they could sue you.
They could sue you.
That didn't stop Wes Welker at the
Pro
Bowl.
Right?
He tackled.
I remember that.
He definitely tackled Buddy. He definitely did. There's been a couple ones. Wasn't there a college game where the coach killed a dude that ran on the field?
I don't remember that.
Oh, man. I'm talking about one of the elite form tackles that you've seen.
I remember Jeff Van Gundy getting dragged, holding on to somebody.
Oh, how could we not put that? The Miami Heat versus Knicks fight, I think in 96.
Well, who was Carmelo fighting where he backpedaled all the way to the other side of the
That's
court?
when he was on Denver.
Yeah.
That might have been in New York, too, at the Garden.
I guess that wasn't really a fight. You backpedaled.
Let's switch
that
up.
far.
David doesn't know anything about basketball.
I don't.
NFL trade deadline is coming up. I've been traded before.
Dang, not us. We're still where we got drafted or signed originally.
Yeah.
I guess that makes us players.
Yeah, but I appreciated my trade. I'm not complaining. So
Eli Apple traded to the Saints.
Yep, for a 4th rounder.
Amari Cooper traded to the Cowboys.
For a 1st rounder.
Carlos Hyde traded to the Jaguars from the Cleveland Browns.
I don't know what round pick that was for.
I think it was for a 5th.
But Cleveland has a ton. They've made I don't know how many trades since.
What's it like to be traded?
It's better than being released. I've been released and traded. I spent the first 8 years of being on one team and then got released, then went to another team, then got traded to another team. So experienced both of them back to back. Better than being released because it tells you somebody wants you. If you have kids, it sucks because you got to relocate everybody. Being traded in the middle of a season seems like that'd be kind of hard though. I got traded in the off season in March, so you got time to go look for an apartment. You get traded now. It's like you think about Eli Apple got traded today. Most likely he's on a plane today from New York to New Orleans. He's going through a physical to make sure the trade's going to hold up. Then tomorrow, Wednesday, starts the work week. So now you're in meetings on Wednesday. You're staying after all day, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday once everybody goes home because you're going to try to learn as much as the defense because they may ask you to play this weekend. So
hopefully he has his license now.
Yeah.
My dog Eli. Shout out Eli Apple, man. Worked out with him in Arizona a couple times. He was a clown. Who has the biggest impact? Who impacts the team the most out of these 3 trades? Hyde, Cooper or Eli Apple?
I'm gonna go Eli Apple. And the reason I'm gonna say that is because the Saints, I think, are 5-1 right now. They're at the top of their division. They're playing great football. Drew Brees is being Drew Brees. They're putting up a ton of points. He's breaking a new record every week. So I think getting a guy like Eli Apple, former 1st round pick, obviously with the Giants, there were ups and downs and stuff that went on. But you think about a guy that can get there. They've struggled, I guess, in the secondary. They've given up a lot of points. So you get a guy like Eli Apple can get there. Obviously, they have Lattimore on the other side, who was amazing last year in his rookie year. You can get them going in the secondary. You think about what they'll be able to do sitting at the top of the NFL right now, one of the better teams. I think that'll be a huge impact for the Saints.
What do you think, Dave?
That's definitely probably the best situation. But I think Amari Cooper could help, Dallas a lot. They got a great running game, and, I think Amari's a good receiver, and I think he could, really help out, deep threats, taking a little pressure off Dak and, that running game.
What school did Amari Cooper go?
Roll Tide.
Oh, that must have been a hard pick.
Did you play against him?
Yeah, he caught the go-ahead touchdown to beat us in the SEC championship.
Sorry,
not surprising though.
Sorry to hear that.
I would agree with David though. I think Amari Cooper. I think they have some talent at receiver. I'm a fan of Dak Prescott, so I think adding him, he's 24 years old. Like the guy has a lot of good years.
You put
of
this
football.
guy on the show and you agree with him over me?
Yeah, definitely. He's right. He knows offense, bro. You want defense. It's cool. I mean, but it shows that you're usually wrong with things like this.
The crazy thing is, it's still like over a week left before the trade deadline.
When is it? The 30th?
Next week.
Yeah, I think Patrick Peterson. He said that he wants to be traded. I mean, you think about that. If a guy like that if wherever he lands, it's probably be the biggest impact. You know what I mean? His ability of what he can do in all facets of the game.
I wonder how that works though. Like when they say that you're like, do teams just call around like, hey man,
You want this?
hey, what's up, man?
Or like you hear guys talk about like, or in the media and stuff, and they'll be like, you know, he wants to be traded to this team. Like, do you have any control? I didn't think you had any control over that.
So I
You
remember
just kind of get told.
I remember talking to one of my guys in the offseason, and he said he went to the GM, like rumors are out, and he's like, man, these are 3 teams. Trade me to these 3 teams, or I'm just not going to take the physical. So you won't be able to trade me. And I was like, dang, that's smart. Like, as players, we always talk about, like, one thing that sucks is, like, if you're somewhere and it's home and, like, you get traded somewhere else and you're like,
You don't want to be there.
you come home, tell your wife, I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you just got to go. And I'm like, dang, but if you don't take the physical, you don't got to go.
Well, I remember that was 2015, where you go. I wake up on a Tuesday morning, go on Twitter, and I think Adam Schefter tweeted, Titans are looking to trade Jason McCourty. Patriots are interested. I'm like, really? Like, news to me. You know what I mean? And I remember, like, I think that was like maybe a day or two leading up to the day, or maybe the deadline was that day, something like that.
I
And me
remember
and
we
you
was
were
tracking
texting
it.
about it, and we're just like, well, could it be true? I don't know anybody say anything to you. Nah, anybody say anything? And then like once the deadline passed, like our GM at that point came up to me and was just like, yeah, man, like all that stuff with the trade rumors and going on, like that was all BS. And I'm sitting there like, well, why you ain't come tell me that yesterday? Like, now the deadline's over.
Do you think it was BS?
Now. I don't know.
Come on, man. You know it wasn't
Nah,
BS. They were trying to get you up out of there.
Yeah, I ended up lasting like 2-3 more years, so you know, I bounced back. But no, I don't. I think there.
Last night I took an L, but tonight I bounced back. Last night I took an L. I don't know. That keeps coming up on the show.
I feel bad for the subscribers that we do have.
That came up like 2 weeks ago. You said bounce back, and I hit the same big
That
show
was last week.
Oh yeah.
But I feel bad. Like viewers have to like hear that, see that. Like,
Well, like you almost got traded. You took an L, but then you bounced back. No. No. Yes.
life comes at you fast.
Duck.
I've never heard that.
That was actually pretty good.
That
I'll
was
give you
pretty
that.
good. Life comes at you fast, duck.
What do you got? Oh, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say next because someone might steal my idea. But I got a good idea about that. Coming soon. Derek Carr.
See, to me, this
You wrote the exact headline from an article. Do you use that word?
What?
Reports his relationships have fractured.
That's
Do
what
you
they
say
said.
that?
That was exactly what they
But I'm
said.
saying, do you say that?
No.
It's our podcast. Change it up. Say the relationship's gone
Well,
bad.
I'm not the person who said that. I wouldn't say that.
But you didn't quote anybody, so it is like you saying it.
I mean, I can find a quote if you.
No,
if you
we
like.
good. We good. I'm
Yeah,
just
okay,
saying.
well, then shut up.
You're critical.
You know.
They say the relationships are fractured because he cried on the field. Would you not be friends with me if I cried and get hurt?
I'd still be friends with you.
Would you look at me differently?
Probably not.
Have you ever seen a guy cry on the field?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's normal.
Yeah, especially, I mean,
With some of these injuries that happen to guys.
yeah, and I mean, there's nothing wrong. Like,
Are
dude's
you gonna
hurt.
cry right now?
I might if you want me to, but if the dude was hurt, he's hurt, and
Yeah, and I think
know?
people forget, like, the guy went through being hurt last year, and I don't want to be hurt again. Like, guys put a lot of work into being out there, whether it's season ending, and the thing is, sometimes you get hurt, you don't know what's about to happen.
See, I read that and I was just like,
I don't think it's true.
I read it and was just like, who cares if it's true? Like, do you really think the quarterback of the team got hurt his arm, I believe it was, and if he did or didn't cry, do you really think the guys on the team were like, yo, Carr just cried on the field, like he can't lead us on offense? Like, what? Think about it. You watch a guy, you can go out different ways. You think about it. Earl Thomas goes out, fractures his leg in the game. he went out another way. Instead of crying, I'm gonna show the
bird.
Seahawks what I really think about them. You know what I mean? But it's just like for another guy, you just said, you don't know at what point you are in your career, your life. You out there and you feel like you got a season-ending injury. This might have been your last chance to resurrect your career. You may be on the field like, this is maybe it. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna play another snap. You never know what goes through a guy's mind. But I honestly don't think a guy shedding tears would impact his ability to lead your
It's
team.
like bullying. I don't think that's true. I don't believe
He
that
said
headline.
it wasn't true. His brother even backed him up.
Yeah, I don't believe that
A
headline.
long list of like injury he's already battled and pushed through.
You're saying this fake news?
Fake news. Hashtag fake news. What's the hashtag? What do we do? Hashtag. What?
Where did they find you?
That's a hashtag. Oh, we should go. That's a new dance move for you next week.
I don't like that.
Okay. Moving on then.
Straightforward. I don't like
Hey,
that.
he's a friend. What's your shirt say? Friends don't lie.
This is from a show, they said.
Yeah, Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Things.
Somebody said that to me. I've never watched it.
Me
though.
Never
either.
seen it?
Oh.
It's a great show.
Is it better than the Peaky Blinders?
Ever seen Peaky Blinders?
Is it better than Game of Thrones?
No. You don't even have to think about that.
Yeah, no.
Is it like a weird show though? Like
So Mackenzie, my wife, started watching it, and I was like, "What in the world is she watching?" It's these little kids running around. There's like alien. I don't know. It's crazy. This girl has superpowers. I was like, "This is crazy." And then I don't know how. I just decided one day I was going to start watching it, and
You're hooked.
yeah, I got hooked and liked it.
So we still don't know if he really likes it or if he's watching because Mackenzie makes him watch it.
I just told you it's a good show. I like it.
Yeah, Kevin's whispering on the side. It's a good show.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm adding that.
I'll
to
take
my
your
list.
word for it.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be like Game of Thrones. When I first heard about dragons and stuff, I was like, I'm not watching no show with dragons.
I mean, that's how I was too.
And then I watched it and I was
Then
like,
you realize
wow.
it was about the throne.
I said, this changed my life.
About the throne.
We are the North.
I'm not that far.
Wait. Wait, you haven't watched all 6 seasons?
No, I'm like in season 4 or 5.
What are you waiting for? You watching Stranger
I just
Things and you
started
don't
it.
have time to watch Game
I just
of Thrones?
started Game of Thrones
Last week?
like a couple months ago.
It takes you that.
You know what time I go to bed?
Yeah, you're right. David goes to sleep at like 9 p.m.
Yeah, he lives behind Dev. His lights are always out.
Yeah, he sleeps like my daughter.
Gotta get some rest.
What's going on in your group chat, man?
Obviously, headline: Eric Reid and the Malcom Jenkins situation. So obviously everyone knows I'm in the Players Coalition. So I would just say it sucked to see that. I would say we have a bunch of men in our league, and I still count Kaepernick as one of those men that should be in the league that have done a great job of fighting injustices and continue to do that. So I don't think anyone would like to turn on their TV Sunday and see people who have, to me, the same type of mindset of what they want to do going at it. You know, I thought Malcolm handled the situation great. Why keep adding fuel to that fire and have a back and forth and make it about them two when it's mainly about the topic? So I do think it's something, though, that happened, will be talked about until about Wednesday, Thursday, or maybe it'll be probably talked about all the way until Sunday, the next game, and then it will be forgotten. You know, they're not in the same division. They won't play again unless it's in the playoffs. Then it might come back up. But I do think it's something that happened. It was bad, but I think it is something that we'll be able to get over and hopefully won't harp on.
Definitely. What was Eric Reid so mad about?
I think you saw it. You saw his comments calling him a sellout and felt like he capitalized off what Kaepernick started. But I think at the end of the day, it has to be bigger than each individual that is helping. Like, that has always been my take on anything I've ever done that I feel has true value, whether that's sickle cell charity events, helping out at the YMCA, visiting, you know, patients with cancer, any of those things that you feel, to me, is a bigger cause than yourself. It's bigger than winning football games. It's bigger than all that stuff. But to me, it's to put a spotlight on what people go through, of raising awareness for those things. It's not to be like, well, Devin did this and Devin did that. Like, he's all, like, that's not what it's about. So, like, to me, what he was mad about doesn't really matter, because at that moment it overshadowed the work that's been done. And, like, once you get there, I think, what are we really doing?
Well, they could have said it better myself.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm the leader on this show.
Man, and I think, like you said, two guys that are doing a lot in our community. So you just hope they continue to do those things, and at some point you can work out whatever the differences may be. But at the end of the day, the cause is what's important. So as long as we moving and progress with the calls. That's all that really
That's
matters.
what Dave
so.
texted me. He was like, "Hey, did you see that? What'd you think?" And then we were even talking about it. Tell me about when you was talking. We went on a podcast with Navy SEAL in the off season.
Well, I think what part?
About just like you said, one of the cool things that you felt from it was that you guys were able to talk and listen.
Yeah, that I went on this podcast with this Navy SEAL and his foundation that I support, and we were talking, and obviously the whole anthem, that whole thing got brought up, and I was like, for me, I stood up for the anthem, for my own personal reasons, and understood why people had their own personal reasons, and we were talking, and I was just like, but the thing that's frustrating to me is seeing guys, the fans blasting people that they don't even know. And the thing is, in our locker room, and I assume a lot of locker rooms, is guys are actually talking. Like, we've had, last year we had these conversations, and, with other teammates, Matthew, I've talked to Slater about it a lot, and there's a level of respect between people that where we can sit down and talk and have, sit and maybe agree to disagree at some things, maybe agree, whatever it might be. And there's just that level of respect. And I think we've lost that in our culture where guys just,
If you don't agree, you don't even want to hear it.
Yeah. Or if you don't agree with something, that means you hate them.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't agree with it. But that doesn't mean you don't dislike a person or, whatever it is. And I think it's just, I think what you said though, in the end, both those guys are trying to make impacts. And I don't think that, that's not the right way to go about it.
Terrible. But I think, like I said, we'll move on.
Oh,
I think the world will move on just like we'll do.
Nice transition.
You're
You're getting better at this.
I'm doing this thing
You're getting
today,
better at this
baby.
podcast thing. Now you got to transition.
I got a good boost
to what
today,
you-
man.
to what you moving
I
on
ate
to.
something good. I don't know what I ate, but it's got me going, I don't know
Maybe
what
it's
it
the
was.
Urkel shirt. It's a classic.
Then I knew that.
That was terrible.
You move on.
What's
bro.
Urkel's name?
Stefan.
His real name?
Oh, Jamel.
No,
Jaleel. Something.
Jaleel White.
Oh,
Trivia.
it's kind of creepy. Actually.
Dave, you said you grew up in Georgia?
I did.
Braves fan?
Yep.
Red Sox hat.
Red Sox are in the World Series. Game 1 tonight.
Oh. At one point, you thought the Braves would be able to go to the World Series, didn't you? Weren't they?
I mean,
doing
I was
well?
calling a Braves Red Sox World Series from the beginning this year, and then the Braves actually were pretty good. Made it to the playoffs first time in a while.
And then you dropped them for the World Series. Or you got two teams.
I mean, I can have two teams.
No,
I
I
feel
respect
like.
you live up here, so
Yeah, I mean,
if you don't know,
If they weren't in the World Series, would you be wearing a Red Sox
I'd be
hat?
wearing a Braves hat.
we're a little confused now.
So,
I don't understand.
so are you clearly saying that you're only rooting for the Red Sox because they're
I mean, if they
winners?
weren't in the World Series right now, it wouldn't be
Relevant.
Yeah, Red Sox wouldn't be relevant. Just like the Braves aren't really relevant right now.
So you put the hat away till next year.
Yeah, I wouldn't like if
So had the Yankees went to the World Series,
I wouldn't have a Yankees hat on or a Dodgers hat if the Dodgers were playing some other team.
He likes his two teams, bro. Deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
Who's your favorite player on the Red Sox?
On the Red Sox, I like Jackie Bradley.
Yeah, we don't really care about the Braves. I mean, it's a Boston-based show, New England.
That's why I have my Red Sox hat on. I don't understand what's so confusing about this.
What do we think about the series? How many games? Who wins?
If Boston College plays in a bowl
This
game,
guy.
will you wear a Boston College T-shirt?
Those aren't one of his teams. He only
No.
has one football
I
team
have
in
one
college.
football team. And
Bulldogs.
that's the University of Georgia. I thought we made that clear
I
at
thought
the
so
beginning.
too. Hey, keep up.
Are you a Bruins fan?
Yeah. Celtics fan?
Are you? Here's a tough one now. Are you a Patriots and Falcons fan?
I'm not a Falcons.
Were you a little conflicted in the Super Bowl?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was just so hard. What decision, did I want to play?
I mean, the people might not know. David was around the Falcons a lot as a kid.
Yeah, my uncle was the head coach of the Falcons growing up, and so that was pretty cool. To me, it was a cool story.
He's like
Yeah.
a little ball boy.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
I was young.
He
though.
got like
Vic?
Yeah.
Michael Vick's towels and stuff hanging in his house and
Yeah.
stuff.
So you was there when they was doing the Dirty Bird and all that?
No,
I was
he wasn't
super-
born yet.
What?
The Dirty Bird.
98 was the Dirty Bird, bro. I was 6.
So were you killing that thing in Pop Warner?
Yeah, my 1 year at fullback.
Oh, you used to run the rock?
You just told us you were clumsy. No way they put you. Oh, the block. You were.
I was a fullback.
You were a blocking fullback before they had blocking fullbacks. Yeah. Because in Pop Warner, I'm sure you were in a wing T. No.
No. Power
Really?
I.
Oh, you're younger than us. I forget that. Like nowadays, I watch Pop Warner spread offense.
Is it really?
Yeah. Like Liberty City Warriors that show on Stars in Miami. The kids are like 8 years old.
Oh, yeah. So you were giving your World Series predictions.
I say the Sox in 6.
If the Dodgers win, are you going to wear a Dodgers hat?
I don't understand what's so hard about this conversation.
You already answered that question. He said no.
So no Dodgers hat.
No, I mean, there's two guys. You know, I would be okay with the Dodgers winning just because.
You have a shirt?
No, there's two guys I went to school with that play. They play baseball at Georgia. Now they play for the Dodgers. So,
dang,
that'd be pretty cool. See them.
How so many slaps doing so well from Georgia?
We are an elite athletic program.
In everything.
In everything.
Because you have a beach, you have a lake, you have mountains, you have woods.
City.
You have a city.
We are elite.
So, like he said, if you're 18 years old coming out of high school, why would you not go to Georgia?
You take one trip. If you're a 17, 18-year-old kid and you go to Athens, Georgia.
I agree, because you're probably paying the hell out of these kids.
What?
I mean,
don't be bringing up allegations against my.
Would I go to Georgia and walk away from $50,000? No, probably not. You didn't.
Say no comment.
Yeah, no comment.
You didn't.
You know what my recruiting process was? David, you want to come to Georgia? Yep. Ready to go.
I saw that. They said you committed as soon as you got the offer.
On the spot. I didn't know like media was media back then, you know? So like Rivals called me and I basically told them I was just going to wait till Georgia offered me, and they put it in print. Like a bunch of schools stopped talking to me. And I didn't have an offer at this point.
You didn't have any offers?
Didn't have any offers.
How many offers did you end up having?
4.
How 2-star, 3-star, 5-star?
3.
Dang, so you were Rivals. So did you have like the huddle highlights and stuff?
No, we still did the DVD hard copy.
Oh, cool.
I didn't. When I came out, we was doing VHS.
VHS.
Yeah, a little different.
Send it in.
You're
Hook
old.
up the 2 VCRs, and then I made my own highlight tape because I was recruiting process was a little bit of a struggle for me.
He wasn't that good in high school.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a struggle. I basically Rutgers. I had to beg. Well, I ain't beg them, but
you had to say, if you get me, if you offer me, I'll make sure Jay comes too.
it's bad coaching though. Bad coaching. Bad by the bad by the program.
Well, we already got into that. We don't want to hear your long sad story.
We don't need
Right.
Hey, Pat McAfee, that was awesome. We just showed David before we jumped on. Pat McAfee dresses up like he's like 75, 80 years old.
Raises $70,000 at halftime of the Colts game.
If you haven't seen that, go check that out, man. He comes out there and kicks a couple of field goals. Funny dude, yo.
Old man, I think his name was Jim or Jack or something.
Jackie.
I've been a Colts fan since the Mayflower came to Baltimore.
And then he said, beat the Bills. What a coincidence. That's what we need to do next week.
Bills on Monday night.
Hey, who
transitions again?
Who lost the weekend?
Who lost the weekend? I'm going to have to go with the Lakers. Lake Show, Deron Harmon's huge Laker fan, been talking trash.
That's what we got to do.
Since opening
We got to
night.
get Dew in here and then fly Shea McClellan out. Shea used to come in. He bought.
We're not making any money on this show. We can't afford to fly anybody out.
Hey, you got to take some risks if you want your show to blow.
Well, that'll come out of your account.
Shea used to wear the 3Bs, Big Baller brand, to the facility.
Shay did?
You didn't used to see Shea come in.
I do not
All he
remember
talked
that.
about, and he ordered the kicks.
No.
When you could pre-order the $500 kicks, Shea pre-order. He loved Lonzo.
Well, then
Ball
he's
and the
upset
Lakers.
right now because they're 0-3. LeBron missing free throws at the end of the game. Not looking too good.
Does it matter if you miss 2 free throws at the end of the 3rd regular season game? What do you think? I know you're not big basketball, but you got 82 games. You miss 2 free throws and you lose.
See, I think it's so hard when you look at like for me looking at like basketball, hockey, baseball, because we get 16 chances. And we can't lose. You lose 4, you're pushing it to not
Pushing it, yeah.
You know what I
Depending
mean?
on what your division is.
Yeah, you're pushing it. And
It's true.
you know, you get 1 chance in the playoffs, these guys get 5, 7
Yeah.
games. So to me, no, it doesn't matter. You know, as long as you just turn it on when you got, I mean that dude's unreal, so
So what do you think? Well, obviously he missed 2 free throws at the end of the game. His whole career, he's not clutch. You jumping back in
Well,
that
he
debate.
is clutch.
I'm just saying, if we go in the locker room tomorrow and somebody's like, I told you Bron not clutch, he missed 2 free throws.
Dave just said he missed 2 free throws in the third.
But are
regular season game.
you going to argue it, or are you going to be, I'm done with this?
Is that a clutch moment? And
If he makes those 2
We know
free
for
throws,
sure you're going to argue it.
if he makes those 2 free
Is it-
throws,
is
do
it a
we say
clutch-
he's now clutch?
is that a big pressure moment in the third game of the regular season?
It's a little bit. Crowd's probably rocking. San Antonio. Is Patty Mills clutch? He comes down, comes off the screen, knocks the jumper down, game over. Is that clutch, or is that just a regular shot?
Who won the weekend?
Hold on, answer my question. Is that
Who
clutch?
cares? It was the third regular season game.
I'm kind of with him on that.
Who won the weekend?
My man Ivan.
Who's Ivan? Tell the people who Ivan.
If you wasn't at casino night last night, my man Ivan, he has a sickle cell disease, he's been coming for years, comes up to me, and he's like, Dev, I need your help. I need a big favor. I'm like, what's up? I need to propose to my girlfriend Stephanie tonight. Say what? You need me to deliver? You needed to turn into Cupid? What you need? So last year, if you didn't know, Stephanie emailed me and we sung Ivan happy birthday on the stage. Nice, beautiful. Turned 30 years old.
led the singing
I don't even remember. That was a while ago.
for Ivan.
But it was awesome because for those of you who don't know, like when you have sickle cell disease, it's hard. Like each time you make another birthday, like people talk about like that's awesome. Especially once you get out of the pediatric care and you become an adult, the different things you go through is very tough. So she just talked about like him getting there and how beautiful it was. So we sang happy birthday to him. And then this year he comes on stage, he grabs the mic and he took over, like full control of the room. He brings his mom on stage. He's talking about how great the casino night has been for him and how his girlfriend's been with him, ups and downs. She makes sure he's there each year. And then he was like, that's why I want to make sure you're mine forever. Boom, gets down on the knee. Ooh, pulls out the ring. And then the Charlie Wilson drops from the DJ. Oh, it was beautiful.
beautiful thing.
You gotta, what did they say? You gotta love.
love.
Was you digging that?
Yeah, it caught me way off guard, but it was awesome.
Did you have a flashback moment? For those that don't know, Dave proposed to his now wife, Georgia. What's y'all stadium called?
Sanford Stadium.
Sanford Stadium.
Your stadium's named after Stanford?
Sanford.
My bad. I didn't get that.
There goes the hunk right there.
Yeah, there I am.
There goes the young Dave. 50
I don't understand what's funny though. That's beautiful.
You're so proper. You got your shirt tucked in. What kind of boots on for that occasion?
Well, so that was still my
Those
rookie.
aren't rattlesnake.
No, that's my rookie year in the NFL. Those are
Income was a little different.
yeah, and I didn't even think I was going to make the team. So that was the only one pair of boots I had at that point.
So this was what, the bye week?
Yeah, it was my week, my rookie year.
So you guys head back to the game. Did she have any idea?
I'm really bad with secrets.
Oh my goodness!
What?
You couldn't keep that one secret?
It's really hard for me. And like there was things like her mama, she was saying it was like supposed to rain at the game. And Mackenzie was like, it's gonna rain, blah blah blah. Her mom goes, well, the best day of your life might just happen in the rain. So there are little things like that, you know, that was just like,
So you told her mom. So like that was my issue. When I wanted to propose, I proposed at Disney because we was taking Jay's daughter to Disney. But I'm like, man, if I tell her mom gonna tell her. So I told her mom and dad like an hour before, just to make sure my secret didn't get blown.
but you already like,
I was already prepared, and because of that, she had no idea.
see, this was in Athens. I wanted them to be there, so I had to like,
Yeah, so it's
I had to
To
different.
get everybody to the game.
yeah, like it was a little bit of coordination.
So
going
where
on.
did everybody like?
I had them hidden up in the stadium.
Damn, that's elite.
You really
You
love,
got major pull out with Georgia, huh?
you really love Georgia.
Does Mackenzie feel the same about Georgia?
Yeah, I mean, she cheered at Georgia.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she
Did you
cheered.
see that? That was my question.
That's-
How does the big hairy offensive lineman sweep the cheerleader off her feet?
Oh man, she chased me around for so long.
Okay, we'll get back
Okay.
to the real story in 5.
No,
Fake news.
I don't know. I still don't know. Lucky, I got lucky somehow.
You have a good personality,
Yeah, I mean, you know, people like people with laughter, make them laugh.
and you're not like ugly.
No, I mean, I don't think I am.
Yeah, you're not like
I
ugly.
think I'm, you know, and if I clean up, haircut.
like mildly attractive, I would say.
I appreciate that.
You got the little like Adam from Hangover look kind of going.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Adam.
During the
Who's Adam from Hangover?
Alan.
Adam from Hangover.
Alan.
Yeah, you saw the bootleg. What we got going on?
My bad. But you got if you get your little satchel like.
Yeah, I mean, I think a satchel would be.
One thing you definitely need is the Carlos T-shirt.
Yeah.
That you would crush that. I'm a big, I'm T-shirt.
No, he had some good T-shirts that movie.
Yeah, you would be an awesome when we start our T-shirt line.
But a lot of people say I remind them of Bradley Cooper in that movie, so I'm a little confused how you're getting this representation, but either way.
Anyway, when we start our T-shirt line when we're retired and you're still playing, would you wear our T-shirts to the podium? You should be going to the podium.
I went to the podium last year. Lots.
For you don't know, Dave is the captain too, and I've been begging for David to have more speaking
Media obligations.
Yes, more
That's what
media
you're like.
obligations because we are still treating him like he's a first year captain. He's not. He's a second year captain now.
I'm a O lineman, and they want to talk to people.
I play defensive back.
Yeah,
He's right.
No. It's because they think you don't like it, and
Bro,
you do like talking.
most
to the
people
media.
think me and Joe Tooney are the same person. So, like,
I thought that for a little while. You guys at one point were rocking like.
I see. I just
same
don't. He's
haircut.
got like red hair.
Yeah,
like,
but like
he's
I didn't think you were
taller.
the same guy. But you guys did have like
Yeah,
you
it's-
look like you went to the same barber in the spring.
y'all came in different years, so I never. But I did call. I called.
Joe and Ted.
I called Joe Ted one time,
Yeah.
and he got on me for 2 weeks about it. And it wasn't like I just said Ted by and he killed me about it.
We should have brought this up earlier in the show. But I remember when I first met Dave Andrews last year, Minnesota Super Bowl.
Hurry up, yo! You told this story about 5 times, so speed through the story.
It's a
and-
good
This is the
story.
beginning of me and Dave's relationship. This was
All right,
the
wake me up when you
foreshadowing.
finish. Wake
This was
me
the
up when you
foreshadowing.
Yeah,
of
this
me,
is kind of how mine and your relationship started.
of me becoming a New England Patriot.
You not hug me to start.
Yeah.
Don't ruin my story.
All right, tell your
At the
story.
Super Bowl, I'm walking around with my kids. It's the what do you guys call Thursday?
Kickoff. It was just
It's like a family
Yeah,
party.
Yeah.
part.
So we're at the theme park at the Mall of America in Minnesota. I'm walking around, hanging out, with my family and all. I'm not with Dev at the time. Come around and see this big hairy guy, and he goes, just gives me a big old hug. So the first thing I'm like, does he think I'm Dev? But even if he does think I'm Dev, like, why
they
is he
got
giving me
going
a
on?
hug? And that's how me and Dave met. We gave each other a hug. Are you the best hugger on the team?
I would like that's a self-proclaimed award, but I would like to.
Do you agree?
Well, player, you think who would you take in a hug? You or Jack?
Jack can throw a hug
That's-
on you now.
That's what I'm saying.
Arturo
Now.
Chaplin.
Yeah, Jack can throw a hug.
Us,
now.
him and Jack definitely top 2.
Now, do you hug like when you first met your wife Mackenzie? Like first met her,
No.
did you give her a hug?
I bet he didn't.
What do you mean first? Like, I mean, we were like friends, so like, I mean, we probably awkward side hug, that whole thing.
Little church hug.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't look like a good church hug guy. Like you're all in, or
Yeah,
I'd rather
like,
not.
I can if going into a hug somebody, if they're not
You gotta fully commit.
Yeah, if they're not fully
Somebody
committed,
has
I
to.
get frantic because then I don't know what hug style we're going, and I just like to, full commit hug.
Yeah, that's the type you are.
Now, I read in high school you were credited with over 100 knockdowns, and your junior and senior year with no quarterback sacks. Junior and senior year.
Yo, before you
news?
answer this, he puts in parentheses fake news on the notes
Yeah, but
with
like
no question mark.
Question mark.
No, he said question mark.
I didn't put the question mark, but in my head it was a question
I'm
mark.
about to show you. There's no question mark there.
It's like
You're delaying. It's fake news.
No, it's not fake news. I mean, I played 1A football,
Is that bad or good?
so that's like the lowest division.
Oh.
Like, so I only had like
And you were only a 3-star.
that's why does that don't matter
Just
now?
wondering.
so you were playing against.
I mean, I wouldn't say like I was playing against the best talent. There was some definitely good players, but
How many guys in the league from that 1A?
1A.
That's like a statewide. Like
Yeah, like
I'm just saying, is there any
I mean,
you
good,
think I
really
just
good
keep
players?
I think I just keep contact.
Like some really good players you played against in your 4 years that made it to the NFL. To give the people somewhat of a
And
okay, guess not.
I mean, I don't. I mean,
Fulton County, you said?
yeah, but it was 1A.
Yeah, well, 1A Fulton County, y'all trash.
You couldn't even think of
Anyway.
anybody. You can't think of somebody that had a cup of coffee in the NFL.
I mean, there's a lot of NFL players from Georgia, but that don't mean I
we don't
played
want the
against
whole
them.
state. Favorite college teammate or moment in college?
Oh, college teammate. I mean, I got a lot of best friends in college. I don't know.
And from Georgia in general. We're just all loving people.
Playing with Todd Gurley though was pretty
elite.
Yeah, Todd was he was special at Georgia, and he was a great guy and kind of just a big kid. And then probably my favorite Georgia memory. We played LSU at home my junior year, and I think we were number 9 and they were number 6. And I think we ended up winning like 44-41. That was definitely probably my best memory in Athens.
You knew Todd Gurley would be what he is now?
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen. He came off
Even coming off the injury?
Yeah, I mean, so his junior year, he got hurt. He rolled his ankle. Then he got suspended for signing some autographs, or something.
We don't like NCAA on
Yeah,
this
his
show.
first game back, my man had a kickoff return. The first time he touched the football, housed a kickoff return. Then rushed for like 160, 2 touchdowns, and tore his ACL. And
now he's just arguably the best running back in the NFL.
How was it rookie year? You're just getting here, undrafted. You're the starting center. Tom Brady's the quarterback. Like, was it just like every day nervous in practice, or was it just you felt, I'm ready for this?
I think there was a little bit moments of both. At the end of the day, it's just football. Like what you were saying about being on the road. It's the same 100-yard field, 53 yards wide. But it's definitely different when he's back there. I thought I snapped the ball pretty well, but I had to relearn how to snap the ball. And I was like, I've been snapping the ball a long time. I thought I was pretty good at it. But
so you had to learn like he wanted you to snap a certain way.
And then like having the towel in my pants. He makes us have that like towel diaper. That was something interesting. And then like
a lot of people probably don't know that.
No, and like in the summer he makes sure we have baby powder on.
Yeah.
So you'll see us getting dressed. You probably haven't even noticed it, but you'll see us getting dressed. We'll be spraying powder down our butts to soak up sweat, and it just like cakes back there in the summer. It's brutal. So there's things like that.
Best part of the show.
Things like that with Tom that were awesome, but he made me feel super welcome.
Yeah, so like that's how usually like Tom's very when was the first time that something happened, he like yelled at you, or you was like, oh, first time I saw this side of Tom? Or did you not get yelled at? Or like screamed on?
I would say OTAs maybe, but I don't think it was like yelling.
Yeah.
I can't remember one time where I was just like, sitting in the corner like a puppy dog or something, like, because a lot of times I'm probably like, I probably deserve that.
Yeah. Now, does your wife get jealous of Tom?
We've had to talk about it a lot, but I think she understands the relationship. It's definitely been challenging, for us to deal with. But, she's great. She understands it, so it's actually turned out pretty well.
She married.
Which relationship would you put on top? Which
Hers.
one's more important?
Hers?
Tom. What do you think about that?
You think Tom watches? Listens?
With me on, he right now.
Yeah, we'll put that snippet. All we need to do is put that snippet on Instagram. He's a big Instagram buddy.
Probably a little busy. Word association. Let's play a little game.
Are we already there?
Yeah.
Okay, word association. The last time we did word association was with a future Hall of Famer, so you're in good hands when we do word association with you. So word association, how do you play the game? I say a word, you associate what it means. What do you think? What does it happen? What do you? It's like boom, boom,
Fast,
boom.
yeah.
It's like it's like J-Mac, fast.
Yeah,
You've done this before.
self-explanatory.
Yeah. Bill.
Serious.
Tom's hands.
Supple.
Roll Tide.
So, just bang my head against the wall until it stops.
Devin.
Bully.
Jason.
Nice guy.
Better teammate.
Handshakes.
Confusing. Very
Dogs.
confusing. Dogs. I love my dogs.
Don't cry.
For those of you who do not know, I borrowed David's truck to move a couch from my house to Jay's house, and David lives right behind me. So I walk around the corner. David's about 50 yards from me with his two German
Dogs are in an
shepherds.
all-out sprint towards
Two
us.
German shepherds, and they at least clocked, I would say.
They're fast.
They would clock about a 4.550, not a 40. We're talking about 4.550.
I almost peed on myself.
And he's
they're nice dogs.
I
They're
thought you
nice
were going to climb
dogs.
that tree there for a
and
minute.
David is dying laughing because me and Jay stopped dead in our tracks and freeze up.
They're nice. They won't bite.
And to his credit, his dogs were very friendly.
Very
They were just
awesome.
hyper.
I don't
and
want to hang out with them.
Sprinted, yeah.
Not at all.
He said he has an open door policy, so whenever I want, come over his house
Yeah.
is always open.
Well, let's not say that. We don't want people like.
Yeah, whoa. It's a
we don't
figure
want-
of speech.
We
Figure
want
of
somebody
speech.
listening or watching
Hey,
the show.
you watch
and
this
say, "Whoa,
podcast,
David
you are
Andrews
welcome
has
at
an open-
David's house
Open
anytime."
door policy. Let's go swing by and see what the game plan is this
It's
week.
not like I said he lives at. How funny would that have been?
Not funny at all.
Yeah, I
This is
wouldn't
tape, though. We would have edited it out.
have- Okay.
We appreciate you coming on the show.
I appreciate y'all having me.
You have a good night tonight. You headed to the Red Sox, right?
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to go watch it.
Don't bring him any bad luck because you're a Braves fan or a Dodgers fan or whoever
Here
the
he
hell
goes.
wins the next World Series.
I just said you were a nice guy. Now you're coming at me.
You're right.
Come on.
As you guys know, as always, iTunes, YouTube, search
Don't just watch. Subscribe.
double
Subscribe.
coverage with the McCourty twins on iTunes.
Mama, we made it.
There we go. Once again, thank you to our partners, Boston Medical Center, Embrace Kids Foundation, and Next Step. Appreciate you guys. We're going to
Hey,
tackle
if
sickle cell.
if you're watching and you ever think like our set needs something and you want to also be a sponsor, feel free. Yo, we're always looking for donations.
There you go.
That's the best type of thing. Jack,
3 is me, and I'll take
3. Signing off. Over and out. Oh, let's close them. That'd be cool. We can add that.